There's Biggie.
Howdy.
Biggie just said something to me that makes all the difference. Kill the music, please.
That's abrupt.
He just said to us, I'm sorry I've been off this week, meaning off his game, because his car gave him an issue. His dog is not feeling well. Allergies, perhaps, or the onset of asthma. So he's had to rush out of here. He's had to be on the phone with AAA and that kind of thing. He was 10 minutes late today. It's fine.
Yeah, dog had a little attack.
Dog had an attack. Biggie said to us, I'll make up for it today. To which I said, no one's expecting that.
But I wanted to start on a positive note.
Nobody's expecting that.
Biggie said, I won't let you down today. And we said, there's no way you can.
We expect nothing.
Which made me go back when he said, I'll be better today. I thought yesterday was different.
Was it off in some way?
My mind wasn't here yesterday.
No, your mind was on your dog. Your mind was
dog, car.
Mostly car.
Yeah, the car first, and then the dog news came in with the dog walker. She wasn't acting right. So, my mind was everywhere.
It's exactly right.
So this is 100% present.
Yes,
Biggs.
today I will be present.
You're in for a treat because when he brings it like he can bring it, that's the day right there. This is going to be.
I will do my best.
Today's going to be one of those days.
Might as well, archive everything.
Exactly.
Yes.
Archive everything. I heard something yesterday from a mentor. Not really. I've never met him.
Okay.
But
hey,
a role model?
A role model. That's the way a role model.
Okay.
And he was talking about doing radio shows, okay? He's one of the well-known in the industry, okay? Much, much more successful than us. And he said, everybody in the world, in the United States, has a bunch of anxiety, a bunch of drama in their lives. The world is kind of a crappy place most of the time. You're trying to get from day to day, kids, job, all those things.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
Exactly. And he's like, just try to be joyful and happy and funny the best you can. That's the only thing you can do. That was advice given by a radio professional. And I thought, you know what? That's GD right.
That's what we're going to do.
Exactly what I'm going to do. That's exactly.
Is that your Morgan Freeman voice take?
Morgan Freeman. That's GD right. That's what you just look at it. All right, let's just try your best.
Instead of get busy living, it's get busy laughing.
Yes. That's going to be. There's our slogan. We've been trying to come up with a slogan for this show for 15 years. They've thrown a bunch of them out. I wanted to call this thing Kelly and Company. And they've thrown off every name, every idea I've ever come up with has been taken knocked out of the possibilities. I've never come up with an idea. People want me to name contests. I don't know how to name contests.
I shouldn't be here.
Well,
I don't know how to.
It's because honestly, you, Kelly, you and I have been in the business longer than Biggie has, and we grew up in an era where things had to rhyme or start with the ssame letter. That's how contests were.
Alliteration.
When we were growing up listening to radio.
That's exactly right. Example. Oh, and get busy laughing. I love that. I love that. So
you're going to see that at the bottom of our non-existent TV commercials.
Yeah. It was like
so you guys named Chris. Get busy laughing.
That's what.
That's exactly how it should sound, Biggie.
I kind of like it though.
Get busy laughing.
But see, if that had come up in a meeting in a board, I would continue with Morgan Freeman's line from Shawshank Redemption: "Get busy laughing or get busy dying." And then it would be terrible. Then they'd be like, no.
Nobody wants to see that.
No. Get busy laughing or get busy dying.
No one wants to hear that while they're driving to work.
Several examples. One time, years ago, we were trying to do something. Remember Groupon was a big thing.
Yes.
We were on our flagship station, Rock 92.
I forgot about Groupon.
Groupon was huge.
Giant.
You buy a Groupon, you get something for 50% off. It was great. I thought it was a great idea. So we were going to come up with our own Groupon. If you bought from us, then you could go to one of our advertisers and get something for half off. And I wanted to call it the Rock 92 Pon.
Gross.
And I fought for that all the way up the ladder.
Yeah.
I mean, first it was an email. I said, Rock 92 Pon.
Got it. Next.
That just sounds like it's something to be inserted.
Tupon.
It really does, Biggie.
That was the complaint. I never saw it. I never, and people would say, yeah, we're going to go a different direction. So I kept fighting and fighting and fighting. And finally, Chris Demm had to say to me, look, it sounds like tampon.
Yeah.
Stop trying with it.
You can't go into a restaurant and say, I have this Tupon. Can I use it?
Never dawned on me.
What?
Never dawned on me. Never even.
You're gonna ruin our Board of Health rating.
That's right. Never even dawned on me that could be even in the realm of possibility. Chris Demm said, you've got to stop fighting for Tupon. He pulled me aside and said, people are talking about it. The executives are talking about you. It can't be called the Tupon.
But I believe in the Tupon.
More recently, we've got a great idea for the Budweiser people. They've been
very good to us over the years. Very good.
They got a product called Bud Light Next. This is a no-calorie beer. First no-calorie beer I think there is, right?
I believe so.
So, okay, they want a promotion for it. They're like, let's do Bud Light Next. Okay. So we had this idea. Good. Chris Demm says, why don't we give away rounds of golf all summer, and it'll include a case of Bud Light Next, and we'll call it Next Rounds on Us or Next Round Up, something like that.
Love it.
Tremendous. I took it to a meeting. Okay, we have a meeting every Tuesday, 10 people in the meeting. I said, man, Budweiser's needing ideas. Let's brainstorm this thing. We had 2 or 3 others. And then I said, how about Bud Light Next Round on Us, golf turn, just like we just said, golf rounds all summer. They were like, done, beautiful. So it's done. It's in the. Chris Demm came up with the name Bud Next Round on Us. They came back to us in an email 3 or 4 days ago, just sent to me, that said they love the idea.
Hey,
they've changed from Bud Light Next to Michelob Ultra. So, what's a good name for the Michelob Ultra contest where you're giving away rounds of golf? And I just didn't even reply to the email. So I just didn't even reply. I was like, no, we had this.
Yeah.
We had this in our crosshairs. I didn't even reply. And so yesterday, it was like, they need this idea by today. I mean, the deadline is today at noon. They need the name for this contest. And our program director writes, Chris, what do you have? And you know what I wrote back? I said, I got nothing. Well, I tell you what we had. Next Rounds on Us. We had it. We had it. And they were like, no, but it's Michelob Ultra now. I said, sorry.
Nothing rhymes with Ultra.
Can't do anything with Ultra, can we? No, can't do it. So we're in a quagmire now. We have 5 hours and 53 minutes to come up.
Does anyone know anyone named Mick?
I don't. Well, there's the Jagger fellow.
Yeah. Right, that's it. And let's get Mick Jagger to perform on the 18th.
Play around with Mick.
With Mick Jagger.
With Mick Jagger? No. Mick Ultra.
Just a guy. Yeah, play around with Mick. We should. Oh, that's what we should do.
That's not too bad.
That's pretty good. Everybody that wins should be named Mick. You have to. You have to be named Mick or
Mick,
somebody
in your group.
Yeah, somebody in your group has to be named Mick or Michael. That's a better idea. Yeah. This is how you brainstorm.
This is how you do.
You know, Tupon never took off.
No,
that was real. It was my gold idea. So they never come to me. They never come to me for ideas or names or anything like that anymore. And I always, when they do, as I did here, I always let them down. Also, I let you down yesterday. I never followed up on my critique of The Price is Right. I had this.
So let me get this straight. Biggie was off yesterday. You were off yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, to play.
And no one noticed.
I didn't get any notes about it.
So Biggie admittedly subpar, and now you, Kelly, also
way off. Yeah, preoccupied.
Think you could have been better?
Preoccupied. Yeah, right. I was. Could you know? You all. I know nobody wants to say it to my face, but surely you all noticed I was way off.
You know how you walk out with those awkward glances. What happened in there? He promised his Price is Right takedown. They never delivered.
Never did it.
I said yesterday we were playing Put Up or Shut Up rock and roll trivia, and for some reason it triggered a memory about The Price is Right, which I had just watched on Friday, and it is a shell of its former self. But we couldn't talk
about that.
But we couldn't say it during Put Up or Shut Up. It was like, we only had a minute, so I said, I'll double down on this and follow up in 5 minutes. Completely escaped my mind.
Didn't happen.
Never did it.
Because you know who smacked you know who.
Yeah.
I took their names out of my mouth.
We got. Well, you have to. I mean, that's the one thing you're supposed to do is take the names out your mouth. So, I did see The Price is Right the other day, and it is not only not what it was 15 years ago. It's not what it was 2 years ago. It is a shit.
Are they still dealing with COVID restrictions?
Yes, that's the issue.
Yeah, and they don't need to be. In my opinion, they don't.
Well, they've only got like 20 people in the audience. That's what Dave was saying. It's very few. They show the audience and they're all spread out. And so almost everybody who's in the audience winds up on the show.
So if you had to guess, when do you think these shows were videotaped?
It's usually about a month or 2 weeks before. But is California still so strict that they are dealing with that?
I don't know.
Well, they're not in sporting events. I mean, you can go to
the Super Bowl was
and NBA games.
Yeah.
And, they can do that. I'm not sure why The Price is Right stays with that format. I wonder if Drew Carey too wants to not be touched because he stays way away from the contestants.
That's my feeling. Is that this gave him a reason to be like, "Don't come near me.
Get away from me."
Yeah,
that was the fun of The Price is Right. When Bob Barker used to host, they would maul him sometimes. The contestants.
Yeah, he was a superstar.
Yeah, and they would be all over him.
He really seemed to enjoy it. Drew and we've said this about him.
Yes,
but even more so now, I'm like, what are you doing? Besides just collecting a check.
Well, there you are.
Yeah,
that's it.
Because I remember there are times when in the old games when someone would win a cash prize, Barker would have it in his pocket.
Yeah.
Does Drew still do that?
Not that I've seen.
He didn't want someone pawing through his.
They definitely couldn't do
clothing.
it now. No, they definitely could not do it now. When you got within so many dollars, you could reach
hand
into
you a $100 bill,
and he'd reach into Bob's pocket to get it. You'd get it out of there.
Have a suit jacket pocket.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty. I loved that.
That's a great.
I loved it. But now, Drew, at least now, you don't even get within 10 feet of him. Like I watched the showcase showdown, The Wheel. Okay. And it's only Drew on the set. You only see Drew, and he's about 10 feet from the wheel. And then he goes, "Okay, Michael, come over and spin it." And they come from off camera, one by one, to spin it. They don't line up anymore like they used to.
Oh, yeah.
It's just not what it used to be.
Do they stand next to him while the wheel is spinning?
No. He's from me to Biggie, from them. And then and they never touch him. They never get close to him at all. And I think that's made TV worse, the COVID thing. I see these news shows where they're way far apart now, and it looks awkward to me. And with Price is Right, definitely.
Well, and if somebody wins a showcase, what I've seen him do is like he'll put his own mask on halfway and kind of walk over and kind of like give him a half fist bump.
Really interesting.
Yeah, but it's like it's only when they win a showcase though that he feels the need to be like, "Oh God, I'll touch you."
I get it right? Oh man.
Oh, he won. Fine, hold on. I'm coming.
My mask halfway on.
Yeah.
I'll go touch your knuckles.
Yeah.
That's the best I can
enjoy
do.
your overpriced jet ski.
I'm still doing the whole fist bump versus handshake thing. I am grabbing a lot of fists these days. I go in handshake because that's just what I've always done. But then they'll go fist and I'll go hand, and then I'll change and they'll change, and it's just it's an awkward dance that we have now. That's where we are. I wonder when The Price is Right and shows like that will get back to normal, because a lot of us have gotten back to normal.
I think at some point they're gonna have to tell Drew Carey, we gotta
do something.
We gotta do something normal here, Chief.
I know, that's what I was thinking. There's
is he the executive producer of the show? I mean, is it
now? Yeah, I think he is.
He's pretty in charge.
So he calls a lot of the shots.
Probably his decision.
Absolutely.
Yeah. There was something done by some school children. Now it's being copied all over the country. I know this. Chris Demm doesn't like these kinds of things. They've made another happiness hotline where if you feel down or gloomy, just a little bit, your day's not going well, you call.
Busy laughing.
That's our slogan.
We should have a hotline where they call and they hear us.
That's right.
Recordings of us.
I think Chris Demm should man a recording of Chris Demm.
Right.
Just a quick little joke.
He could do his Miley. They love it.
A Miley Cyrus impression from Chris Demm.
For Miley Cyrus, press 1.
That's right. You do those things. And that's how it works here. These are fifth graders in Indiana. This is Milford, Indiana. And they have created a happiness hotline. So if you just need words of affirmation or encouragement, you call it, and the fifth graders do just that. We have a recording here.
Thank you for calling Milford Schools. When life gives you lemons, call a fifth grader phone line. You are awesome. So all your bad feelings go like Elsa. You look nice today. Be you. You're the best. You are so smart. You are loved.
So the first time Chris Demm heard this,
they were younger, right?
They were first grade. and you said this is awful. And
Yeah.
now we have fifth graders doing it. Have
Yes.
you changed your opinion?
No, this is child abuse. And I don't know that I believe those kids. You're awesome.
Yeah.
You look great.
Just going through the motions.
Yeah.
They're like Biggie
Just
and me.
read this.
They're like
Yeah.
Biggie and me yesterday. They're
Yeah.
mine somewhere else.
Phone it in,
Phoned it in.
literally.
That's all they did. That's right. There's a
And any adult, I'll say it again, any adult who calls this, who's not related to any of those children, should be withdrawn from the workforce for 6 months. I don't want to say killed. That's
Yeah.
that's a little rough.
you got to be the parents of the kids. to
Yeah.
call that. You cannot.
You've got to be our grandparents.
I tell you, there's a legitimately funny thing today on the news. Some school district, they had their school picture day on St. Patrick's Day. So all the kids were wearing green. Almost all of them were wearing green shirts. Well, the photography folks, the photographer put a green screen behind them, like that they could put,
So they could superimpose
yeah,
outdoor scenes on there.
which we didn't have when I was,
No, we just had the standard backdrop.
yeah, the fake, which I liked. I always thought that looked nice. We put our hand on a rock.
Yeah.
Then behind
We didn't
us-
even have
you didn't
that.
have that.
We just had that off blue gray.
Oh, really?
Wall.
Oh, we had.
Yeah.
By the time I was in the 6th grade, 5th and 6th, we did have like a waterfall scene or something behind.
Yeah, I've seen like the outdoor scenes where like you're pretending to lean on a fence
Yeah.
while there's a field behind you.
Yes, but it was really done in our auditorium. We had a fake rock that we put our hands on, and then behind us was the outdoor.
So where you showed off your school rings if you had one?
If you did, but this
Did he would let you buy one?
no, did he? Well, that was a big point of contention between Mom and Diddy. Mama wanted me to have one, but Diddy said no, it's a waste, and I didn't want one either. I felt like high school rings. Who cares?
Yeah, I got mine. Told you.
I know. And
Melted it down a few years later as the
right.
rent.
That's right, as you should.
I feel like
And
a lot
turned
of
it
those.
into a tooth.
That's right.
I feel like a lot of those rings got melted down in pawn shops.
This school, they did it on St. Patrick's Day, so a lot of the kids are wearing green. Well, if you've got a green screen behind you, that's one of those fancy things you can put, video on without it being there, like a weather map, on TV. It blends in, so it looks like they're wearing the backdrop.
So the kids had just floating in Field
funny.
of Daisies.
It's really funny.
I'd order that.
It's very funny.
Yeah, and they're like, what, 4, 5, 6 year olds?
Yeah.
It's really funny.
I guess it's the whole elementary school. I saw pictures of young kids doing it. It was really funny. And the photography group, the company they hired, said, we can fix this. But most of the parents have said, please don't. It was classic. There's a story today. This is about Chris Demm not liking the happiness hotline. Who in the world could look at a happiness hotline put on by fifth graders and say, that's child abuse? He can.
Yeah.
And if you call it and you're not related to these children, be pulled out of the workforce.
Yeah.
Immediately. Yeah.
I'm leaning his side on this one.
Yeah.
For me, the first kindergartners, first graders were cute.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a kid.
Fifth graders.
Sorry, you're fat. What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
If
right.
you call that number, you should get stung by one murder hornet.
That's
one.
That's the penalty.
One time, one hornet.
Yeah. Yeah. I just wanted to hear a child's voice.
You look nice.
This is it's really uplifting,
Yeah.
for this.
Yeah.
You're smart.
When the news
Those kids
is,
aren't even nice to each other in school.
no, they are not. They are not nice to
No,
each other.
at that age, all you do is pick on each other.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, believe you me. And
like farts.
certainly once you get to middle school.
Yeah.
There's a story in the news today. We have it here in the first hour of this program. A great rescue. A woman was with her dog, and they both wound up going into the L.A. River. And the woman was rescued, but the dog floated downriver for probably
I think it was 2 hours.
2 hours. Yeah,
in
2
the water.
hours, they said. I mean, spoiler alert, we're going to get to the whole thing, but the dog was rescued. We saw it on the news. I was riveted by it. I was on rapt attention to it while we saw it on the news. And when it was done, they showed a picture of the dog, and I said, "Aw," and Chris Demm said, "Gross. Why would you?"
You're a 50-year-old man making that noise.
Grown man making that sound. Why would you make a sound like that?
You should be stung by a murder hornet.
one
One time.
murder hornet.
I'm looking forward to the story. I have some takes on it too.
Oh, you do?
I enjoy it. Yeah.
Well, what happens is a good Samaritan goes into the water.
That's my favorite.
I figured.
Does he rescue the dog?
That's the question. We'll tell you by the end of the hour
Yeah.
how it
Yeah.
turns out for the good Samaritan.
Johnny Hero gets exactly what he deserves.
He goes into the water to rescue the dog. Should you do that? No.
No.
You absolutely should leave it to the authorities. All of that on the way this hour. And we will, once Dave gets here, because we definitely want his take on this, the Will Smith apology to Chris Rock. That story goes on now. Will Smith has apologized to Chris Rock on Instagram. I'll tell you what a good broadcaster does. We were watching the local news earlier, and there's a lady on there named Emily Bird. She's the meteorologist. I just saw her over the weekend at that.
Oh, yes.
She's great. I haven't seen her in a long time, and she's really great. And I saw her at the 5K event out at the airport on the runway. And we were watching the news this morning locally. And the story was that Chris Rock had been apologized to by Will Smith on Instagram. They did the whole thing. Then they cut over to her, for the weather. And she goes, on Instagram. And right there, she said it all. Oh, you didn't call him personally to apologize. You do it on Instagram, And Chris Demm said, beautifully placed shade. That's That's how
it's a masterclass.
Great broadcaster did. All she says is on Instagram. And that's it. That's all she had to say.
Today.
That's all she had to say. That's right.
Went right into her like a pro.
T-Bone's a P1. He's interested in this happiness hotline from these fifth graders. T-Bone, go ahead.
Good morning. People wonder why we yearn for the good old days when a man could just call his old lady, tell him that he wanted a cheeseburger, a beer, a BJ, a Lucky Strike, and maybe some anal. So today, and she was happy to oblige. Today you got to call the happiness hotline.